Okay, here we go. Let's transition. How are you doing, Martin?
I'm doing just fine.
So, since welcome to space, everyone. I'm Knorr. I'm the streaming producer. That guy in frame is,
Martin, I am the AI lead at Paradox Development Studio.
and I will get into the studio shortly. But since we had so many audio issues last time, I just want to make sure everything's working okay in the booth. So I'm just gonna look, and now everyone's crying out that it's too loud. It should be fine though. But I thought, Martin, why don't you start by explaining what we did last week and what the plan is for today, and I'll get in there as soon as I can.
Okay, so just to start off, some observant people may notice that last time we lost our heart, and we actually have it back. And not only do we have it back, now it's full, because our heart is full of friendship. Other than that, we had ourselves a bit of a war, because the reptilian Klingons were obviously threatening our ways of friendship. So us and our good friends, the Federated Srakon nations in the Great Space Party Alliance, which we also formed last time, went after them. And it went pretty well, I would say. We took over all their planets and instituted a mandatory party policy, and now we have a lot more friends. So this time around, I'm thinking it's time to get back into colonization. We have some places where we... Let's see here. Where is it? Where is it? Well, somewhere around here we have a planet we could colonize. I will find it in a bit. I also, because we just got some new hyperdrive technology, I also really want to get our ships across dark space and into this arm of the galaxy. See if we can find ourselves some Reapers. Other than that, yeah, we'll see what also happens here, because when we did conquer those Klingons, or rather those reptilian Klingons, these guys, and these guys, and these guys were afraid enough of us, for some reason, I don't know why they would be afraid of friendship, to actually form a counter-alliance, which is way more powerful than our alliance. So I'm a little worried on that front.
Those jerks.
Yeah, I mean,
It's one thing not to accept a friend invite. It's another to go to another party and be like, everyone else is allowed in except for you.
yeah, I think that's really rude.
I'm like, that's not how space friendship works.
So, what we're gonna start by doing is actually upgrade our fleet. We don't have quite enough minerals yet, so I'm gonna have to unpause. But once we have enough minerals, they're gonna start putting in our new and improved hyperdrives into our friendships and our fellowships.
And at what point? Because there are more types of ships, right? But those are the only ones we have access to at the moment.
Yeah. There are also cruisers and battleships, and those can be sort of converted into carriers. Those are like four hull sizes, but
Yeah.
there's lots of different types. So we'll be unlocking those eventually. We're actually researching the next level of spaceport right now, which gives us destroyer assembly yards, and that will eventually let us research Spaceport level 5, which will give us cruisers. Oh, we just got a transmission. Okay, so people have been asking, because we have rushed all of the contact projects, right?
Yeah.
And people have been asking, if you don't rush a contact project, will the AI eventually contact you? The answer is yes, and they just did, because apparently we missed one. So the Ikanan Confederation found out about the Blorg and were like, we're intrigued.
We're actually we want to hear more about your parties.
So let's find these guys. Okay, and they are birds.
Oh,
With 4 eyes, I think.
yep.
And some pretty sweet face paintings.
That's also a pretty nice city outside of the window.
Yeah, no. And I also think the guy's wearing power armor, so that's good. So, I represent the Ikanan Confederation. Our elected leader, Consul Beak of Honeydew, awesome name, hopes for peaceful relations with your people, but know that we are more than capable of defending our way of life.
I think that's fine. Same.
As long as their way of life involves friendship, I am okay with
Exactly.
this.
Yeah, like
And of course, we wish for nothing but being friends. So let's find out about these guys. They are a military republic, and they are ruthless capitalists.
is that good for us?
as long as we're stronger than them, it's fine, because ruthless capitalists are basically not the bravest people around.
Yeah.
They want to pick on the weak and the helpless. So they're also probably somewhat far away. Let's see, where do we even have these guys? The Ikanan. Oh yeah. Remember how I was speculating that there was another Star Empire here, and that they were rivals with these guys?
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, they're not rivals with these guys, but
That's
nonetheless.
very nice.
Oh, but they are. Right, they are rivals with the little guys, and that's why the little guys sought out the big guys to protect themselves from the ruthless capitalists.
Makes sense.
It makes sense. And these guys are, peaceful traders, so we actually have a bit of a capitalist ideological war going on over here.
It still seems like a nicer part of the galaxy.
It is, and what? This is the nicest part of the galaxy.
Yeah, but I'm saying to the south, there's just horrible people.
It is true. What is it like?
Like, I mean, for crying out loud, that place is even called the Badlands.
Yeah, we have the evangelizing zealots based at Cruz. We have hegemonic imperialists. I think we have more hegemonic imperialists and hive mind and another hive mind over there. It's just like all the bad people are concentrated in the Badlands. It makes sense.
Yeah. We didn't name it that.
No.
It was destined to be named that.
Indeed. So our true friendship force is upgrading. I think we will also need to upgrade one of our science ships.
Oh, right, yeah, because we're going out into the blackness of superspace.
Yeah, so once this guy finishes exploring this system, I will send him back to upgrade.
Yeah. Someone's asking in chat when we're releasing Stellaris, and we're releasing Stellaris on May 9th.
May 9th. So make space great again.
Yeah, so I was going to say less than a month away, but it's not. It's slightly over a month away.
Also, we definitely have to explore this system.
Uh-huh.
Because something may have happened with black holes.
Oh.
And I believe that's in this build, so...
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, we do mention it on every stream, but since we split the stream up on YouTube, and it's worth mentioning again, we are playing on the latest build, usually. So, some things might be a bit odd, which is good, because that gives us time to fix it.
And right on cue. Oh. Okay. So... black holes, they were shown off last week, I think, and people were like, that's a little disappointing because it was just like a space whirlpool. And they were like, why don't you make the black holes look like Interstellar? Because that's way cooler. Yeah. So we were like, that's way cooler. So we will make the black holes look like Interstellar. So here you go. The Belvaris Maelstrom, a black hole.
We just sent some ships into that, right?
To survey the area, yeah. I mean, the thing is about black holes is they're actually pretty damn safe as long as you don't get really, really close. Like, I think it's like a kilometer close or something, and we're not getting that close. I mean, we like being close to things, but those things may not necessarily include black holes.
I mean, our strategy is, as always, when it comes to looking for friends, observe, expect a party invite, get annoyed that you're not getting a party invite to party.
Are you saying that we're stalking the black hole?
I'm saying we're trying to befriend the black hole.
I think that was tried in the movie Event Horizon. I don't remember how it worked out.
I'm pretty sure Event Horizon has a happy ending.
Oh, okay, well, excellent. Fine then. We'll just wait for the party invite from the black hole, and then we'll go right in. Okay, so my science ship is upgrading. I'm gonna speed up a little bit. Oh yeah. Here's another thing that observant viewers may have noticed. Our borders have shrunk. A thing people commented on, I think we noticed ourselves, is that border projection from systems was a bit high. So you got boxed in more quickly than we wanted you to. So we have actually lost some systems where we previously had resources, like this system and this system. So
and I think you can see it not just on our system, but also our enemies to the top left there had a much larger area, if I remember correctly.
And so I'm gonna go build a frontier outpost to claim back some of that, because we were using those strategic resources.
Yeah, we need those things to party hard.
Indeed. I mean, it is energy resources, right?
Yeah.
And what is a party without energy?
No, like, you need to expend energy on the floor of the dance.
Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna send this guy.
Oh, and I think so. That small spot there, that's
Oh,
that's
yeah, okay. So another thing people were commenting on is that newly established colony project borders way too quickly. And what this is a newly settled colony.
yeah,
So-
yeah. So they haven't gotten very far at all.
Yeah, so instead of what happened with us, where immediately when they dropped the colony ship, the borders were massive, instead the borders will successively grow as the colony
Yeah.
approaches completion. So you get a bit of a warning.
And I think this is one of those cases where it kind of showcases how important it is to play, and play some more
Oh,
while
yeah.
you're developing, so you can find and tweak those kind of things.
And this time we're actually gonna do a couple of anomalies. Like I said, we're never gonna do all of the anomalies because we don't want to spoil too many of them, right? But we haven't been doing any for a long time, so I think we will do a couple.
Yeah, and I think it's of course important to point out that we've had some wars. Maybe you don't want a war. Maybe you just want to
Indeed,
find the mysteries of space.
the terrible.
mean, I
find
s-
a terrible
yeah.
secret of space.
I say war. Of course, that's not what I mean.
Okay, so our new science ship with our new and super improved warp drive 2
Yeah.
can now actually cross dark space. Although, if I recall correctly, we can't do it. Yeah.
Oh.
Because this is the longest jump we can take still.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll go across right here
Through the party zone.
through
out
the party
into-
zone
Out into the unknown.
into the dark unknown.
Well, I mean, it's unknown.
So basically,
164.
we're leaving the party zone and going out into the night.
We are. Oh, that sounded kind of sad. But I guess it's always sad to leave the party zone. It's a lovely place.
Okay, so we just investigated that anomaly, which was about some weird mountains. What was previously thought to be assorted mountains in the southern hemisphere of Breglard 2nd A have been identified as the massive skeletal remains of a single colossal alien life form. The bones have been dated at 3.4 billion years old, but our scientists have ruled out that Breglar could have supported life on that scale at any point in the moon's history. Science officer Mercedes Romero, our girl, has prepared a special research project to delve further into this mystery.
That is definitely fascinating.
Oh, something is going on here. Yeah, we are most definitely investigating the shit out of that. I think we will need to find Mercedes. Yep, there she is. And I am gonna queue up the order for her to investigate that giant skeleton. And done. Okay. So apparently a rivalry has ended. And this is also something we added recently. Notifications for stuff going on in the galaxy. Like when people form alliances or rivalries or start wars. So you actually have an idea what your neighbors are doing without having to stalk them as much as we do.
Yeah.
Not that it's not good to stalk people. Or something.
No, I mean, it's as long as there's. I feel like stalking is such a harsh word, and it's not what we're doing.
Fair enough. We're just
We're
getting to know them
Yeah, slowly, at a
at a
distance.
distance. Right.
People are like, communication and companionship is a two-way street. The Blorgum were like, well, I mean, sometimes it's one way.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, not every street should be a two-way street, right?
Exactly.
Sometimes it's better if you design one-way streets.
Yeah, I mean, yes, I know. I play a lot of City Skylines. Traffic is hard.
It's true. It is true. Okay. So let's see what else we are doing. I have lots and lots of minerals, so while we wait for this to happen, I'm gonna build some shit. I'm gonna upgrade you. I am gonna build a mining network. And this is the downside of streaming, right? Normally I would have paused ages ago and spent all this stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's one of the things I tend to try and tweak a lot, just deciding what to build and when, because you want to maximize your planets.
But I can't spend too much time on this because, you know, we got stuff to do. Places to be, friends to make.
Apparently, Dong Muffler is making pusher bot noises in chat. So that's an old ass reference that no one's gonna get.
I get it.
Yeah, I know you get it.
Listen, we are protected.
We are.
Okay. So, after continued studies of the massive skeletal remains found on Breglar, Science Officer Mercedes Romero has concluded that the creature served as some kind of organic starship. Cool. Much smaller bones from at least 3 separate species were found within the larger skeleton, and we assume these came from members of the crew. For unknown reasons, this organic starship suffered catastrophic damage and crash-landed on blank, presumably Breglar 2. While we cannot begin to understand the biological engineering necessary to grow a starship like this, the study of these bones alone have substantially advanced our knowledge. So, Mercedes Romero gains a bunch of experience, and the planet becomes pretty good for science.
Yeah, and I mean, whoever wrote that encounter of you guys up at PDS, I too like Lex. It was a good show. It was.
It was. Of sorts.
I mean, it's good.
Good is like, I'm not sure good is the word I'd
No,
use, but
no,
I get what you mean, right?
it was fun and interesting and weird.
It was good.
Yeah, it was definitely good.
Okay. Oh, and we apparently encountered some hostiles right
Ah,
here.
you
They're trying to keep us from dark.
no.
Maybe it's Reapers.
Stop. No.
Okay,
I'm annoyed.
hold on. Yeah, our ships are upgrading. I don't think there's any other way we can take to the spiral arm, so we just have to send it in the friendship force.
Yeah.
And hope that stuff wasn't too hard to beat.
Well, I mean, it's essentially a party bus at this point.
Mm-hmm.
You arrive and go like, who's looking for a party? Who wants to have a good time? Who wants to enjoy life to their fullest?
It's
Or
true.
Its fullest, I guess.
We'll skip that one for now. Oh, we just got... Okay, so we have an incoming transmission. I think we are being offered a trade. Okay, so the Alliance of Hyderi Systems, if I can roll correctly, is these guys, are offering to trade star shards for star shards. What do you feel about this trade?
I'm, for the most part, okay with it.
I mean,
Because we're not going to go down to that area anytime soon anyways, because there's a bunch of hostile people between us and those dudes.
I just hope our star shards come with friends here on them.
I mean, it should.
Alright, fine, we'll agree.
Wow. Okay.
Okay. They have surveyed a lot of stuff,
Yeah.
but no friends.
That's...
A little disappointing. Oh, wait!
Still, that's a lot of...
No, we found some guys. These guys.
Yeah.
More ruthless capitalists. What is going on in this part of the galaxy? Why is everyone here capitalist?
Everyone's like, do you want to buy something? Got anything to sell?
I get a feeling Rapture is on an ocean world or somewhere around there. Okay.
You know, but I mean, it's still nice to see that there's a lot of unexplored space, because when we started out, it felt like very cramped. You're like, holy crap. The whole thing is...
Yeah. I think basically we just ended up in a particularly clustered
Yeah.
part, because the way the game generates the galaxy is that there is a bunch of clusters, and each cluster gets a certain amount of civilizations, and within that cluster they have to be a certain distance apart. But some clusters might end up with 5 civs, some might end up with 2 or 3 civs, and I think we ended up in one of the most packed clusters around.
I mean, it works out great for the Blorg.
Yeah, that also doesn't mean that there isn't, space you can explore, like right over here. Quite a bit of it. I feel like these guys have a lot of opportunity for growth.
Yeah, so strange. Now, so since we want to explore, and we unfortunately our science ships do run up. Ooh.
I believe we have a
Very
rare
close.
check. Or we could get cruisers. Oh, decisions. What do you think?
Well, I mean, rare tech is rare tech. What's the? It gives us military station build, which is that the defensive stations
Yeah.
you can?
That's true. We haven't built any yet, actually, so if we build this, we could put a few up. Fine, let's do it. We also encountered some Phi aliens. And some Upsilon aliens. So I'm gonna do some exploiting right here. Unless they fixed that bug now. Nope. Okay. There's so much stuff going on. I
Yes.
wish I could do all of these things.
But that's always that's kind of. I disappear into these games.
So wait.
from time to time.
Look
Oh,
at what we have going on here.
Oh,
I think we're in the middle of a war.
yeah, this is just to point that out. This is not us. This is someone attacking someone else.
Yeah, I
And
believe that
that's
is
a mining station of some type.
either a mining station or a frontier outpost, I think. And these guys is a fleet. So yeah, we've just stumbled into a middle of intergalactic war.
I mean, it's a shitty fleet. It's nowhere close to the true friendship.
I don't think that's their entire fleet. Let's be
No.
fair, but yeah,
I mean, it would appear just at a glance that they just sent some people over to get rid of.
at the radar station.
Yeah, we should we should put down a frontier station.
No, I think what you should do is actually get out of here before we find them and get expelled from their borders.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Oh wait, that's the. Now I'm sending my war fleet. That's not what I meant to do. Hold on. Sorry.
Okay. So
Okay, this is what I meant to do, and I will send the Blorg fleet home, or I will send the friendship force home.
so if we're unlucky, someone has already. Well, we saw that someone was in that system, which
Yeah, we are actually investigating them right now. It's the Fee aliens, so
yeah.
you know what? I am gonna stop that for now.
So what do we have here? Ancient mining drones.
Yeah, we have found some kind of ancient mining drones, which is another of the like NPC enemies. We're not gonna bother with them right now.
I see some people asking in chat why we're taking this way into our space on the other side of on the next
Yeah,
spiral arm, and
it's-
it's because
This is the shortest jump.
Yeah.
We can't jump here. It's too far.
we don't have the technology, Jim.
No. Just make it go faster.
We should paint it red.
We should. I mean, we are green mushrooms. It makes sense.
Jambix wants to know if Stellaris will have a campaign mode, and I think you're watching it.
Yeah,
You have to make your own decisions on what you want to do and try and achieve them.
pretty much. I mean, a campaign is basically a game. Okay. United Feral Commonwealth.
Greetings.
You want to take this one?
I speak for the executive Karba and the wealthy elite of
More capitalists!
the United Feral Commonwealth. We're always looking for new trading partners, and hopefully we can come to some sort of accommodation that will benefit the commerce of both our nations.
Well, we wish for nothing but being friends.
No. But there's a purple blob on the corner of...
Oh no, they're peaceful traders.
Phew. Phew.
But they're still capitalists, you know.
Yeah.
Just nice capitalists. So, yeah. I wonder if this is because they're so small, I think this is another primitive civilization that has achieved FTL.
Yeah.
So that actually means we don't have to worry about their space. Oh, you know what was going on here?
What?
They were fighting the mining drones.
Oh.
So the mining drones had a mining station, and they were clearing out the mining drones from this. That's the station they were destroying. It wasn't the war. It was these guys destroying the mining drones.
But we wanted to...
Oh, so we just found. I thought we were gonna find two friends, and then we
Yeah.
could come in and sort out their differences and make them all join our party. But it was actually just some guy and like a shitty robot.
Ugh. I mean, it's not the worst, but we've lost 50% of our friend requests.
Yeah.
Oh, and embassy propose.
Okay, that's not done yet.
Yeah.
Just to be clear, we're
Yeah.
in the middle of writing that right now. So, but yeah, apparently these guys have decided that they kind of want to befriend us.
They really like us.
Yeah, they're not far from joining our party.
No, let's see. We have a friendly attitude.
Yep.
And okay, opinion is plus 13, and we have mutual rivals apparently.
Indeed. Yeah, they have rivaled a bunch of these guys. Like,
Yeah.
they are not on good terms with the other people around them. So
Nope.
they're like, neither is the Blorg. Let's be friends. Yeah, it makes sense. But they're not quite ready for an alliance yet. We'll keep working on them. And that's because of the personality type. Like, hegemonic imperialists like to go it alone.
Virtual combat arena. What the?
Yeah, so that this is a building that increases the happiness and lowers ethics divergence and also makes your armies better. So, you know, we can put our friends and let them engage in some friendly competition.
I like that.
I
That's
want one of
nice.
those. look, we have our reptilian friends, and we have our friends, and we know that they're both sort of like aggressive personalities.
Yeah.
So I feel like we need an arena
Yeah.
where we can put them together and they can bond.
Yeah. They can friend it out.
And whichever friend is left at the end gets to join our armies.
Yeah.
Our groundhuggers.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if you can't hug, then what are you even doing in the Groundhoggers?
It's true. So let's keep going. We are now on the other side of dark space.
No, I should not be.
Ships upgraded. Construction complete.
Okay. I have also upgraded some more of our science ships. I'm gonna send another one to survey that system. And I guess I will send this one out here, although we're kind of running out of stuff to explore.
Yeah, but if we can just get to that next spiral arm,
So much minerals.
do we have the option of could we?
You know what? We could boost our sectors a bit.
Yeah.
So the friend zone sector is currently actually doing pretty badly on energy, so I'm gonna lower their taxes a bit. Oh wait, that tell you what, I am just gonna give them a bunch of energy, and I am gonna give them a bunch of minerals, and I'm also gonna feed lots of minerals into the party zone sector. There, problem solved. This is why I like sectors.
Yeah. Yeah. Holy crap! We have a lot of energy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're doing-
It's one of those things where you notice it when you don't have any energy, but when you're overflowing with it, you're like.
You know what? Talking about sectors reminded me. You know what thing we were supposed to do last time but forgot about?
No, I've forgotten.
We were supposed to allow
Right. Yes.
our
Yes.
friends. Because, you know, friends don't prevent friends from making executive decisions.
No, they don't like.
So should we recruit I think... No, we have to lead a cap.
Why do we have 2 admirals? We're only using 1, right?
This is true. Let's get rid of Heike Wolf. Let's recruit... Maybe a governor? I think we have space for a governor. Oh, it's still just Blorgs. We'll wait
Well,
and see. We'll wait
yeah.
and see. I want to get an owl friend.
That would be fun.
So far, it's dark space is pretty dark.
Yeah.
Nothing much here.
Stream chat is really pumped about embassy proposals.
Listen, O1 embassy propose is the friendliest way to propose an embassy.
Yeah. Some people are like, why did you get rid of the highest ranked admiral?
Well, look, just because you're high rank doesn't mean you have a lot of friends.
No, exactly.
And that's how we
like-
actually rank people.
Yeah, if he was friendly, we wouldn't have gotten rid of him.
Precisely.
Okay, but our science ship is...
It's getting there.
Yeah. Can we send a colony ship down there, assuming it's something inhabitable? I mean...
Oh yeah, very good point. We were supposed to do colonization. Thank you for reminding me.
well, that's what I was thinking of when I said that.
And now we can actually colonize with our owl friends.
Ooh, oh right, and that's kind of important because we have they like different worlds.
Yes, but we actually don't have the technology to colonize continental worlds yet, so we will have to hold up
Oh.
on that and make another Blore colony ship. I'm actually also gonna upgrade the spaceport a bit, because that's a good way to burn minerals.
If only we had some.
If only. I mean, you remember when our big problem was that we had so few minerals?
Yeah, I know. Man.
Now we're just drowning mineral friends.
Mm-hmm. I'm just pumped. I just want to get to Trunt. For some reason, I'm like, let's go.
You think Trant?
I feel like Trunt's a good place. I feel like there's a lot we can do with Trunt.
Build a wall?
Build a wall. Yeah. Well, no. What we're planning to do is demolish the wall of dark space that's between us and the rest of the Blore commonality.
Of course.
So it's some type of anti-wall by I don't know, a door of some kind.
Mr. Trunt, tear down that wall.
Yes.
What
Wasn't it?
about Bestramar?
But that was David Hasselhoff, wasn't it? Who tore down the wall?
It was.
Yeah. History, like. That's not something. Is that in Hoi 4? Do you know?
don't think so.
Oh,
Sadly,
Ah.
I would like it to be.
I'm gonna
Oh.
make a campaign.
Ooh.
Embassy established.
Embassy
Yes.
proposed.
Mm.
Nice.
But so this is what's actually happening there is that
Okay.
they want to build embassies in our space.
Yeah, what's happening is that they decide that we are potentially someone they either would like to befriend
Yeah.
or at least is kind of scared of.
Yeah.
So it's these guys who are, in terms of. Oh!
Ooh.
Well, okay. So much for exploring dark space.
Yeah. Okay.
And this is pretty buggy. anyway.
Let's get back to embassies later. We've
Yeah.
got something more important. We've got a war to deal with.
What is going on?
Wait, no, that's
Oh, it's rebels. It's
Oh,
rebels
yeah.
without a name, apparently. Okay, bug's gonna bug. Okay, the nameless empire has declared war on us.
yeah. So what's happened here is that one of the planets of our friends and allies have rebelled.
Yeah,
So since they're at war with the civil war, we're dragged into it. basically.
indeed, and they don't appear particularly scary, so this shouldn't be a big deal.
We'll just
Hopefully these guys don't jump in.
we'll just send the party police over.
Indeed, I mean, basically these guys were like, the party's gotta stop.
Yeah,
The party's
we're too close to the party zone. There's constant noise pollution coming from next door. We can't sleep properly because they're partying all day, every day, and at night. We've had enough. The planet's staying put, but we're taking our toys and I don't know.
Indeed. Oh, I think our allies are on top of it, but
Yeah.
let's give them a hand.
System survey.
Ooh, this looks pretty cool. I think we will investigate this as well.
Yeah.
So, a large amount of ship debris can be found in orbit around this moon, possibly remnants of some kind of massive fleet action. Or a party.
Okay. I'm gonna just at the off the top of my head, do not know what sci-fi TV show that is yet. I'll get there.
I mean, a lot of. Yeah, I think I have a pretty good idea. Let's. A massive space battle around a moon.
Crap. Good.
Do you feel your credibility sinking?
Yeah. I was so pumped when I was like, yeah, Lex, I got this. And I'm like, what the fuck's this?
Okay, so it appears that they don't actually have a fleet to go with the rebellion. They just have a spaceport. So
But I mean, this is interesting to see just from the perspective of,
Oh.
like, it hasn't happened to us, but if, for example, we had that point of time when
Yeah.
the people living on was it the Living Forest planet or the other one, they were really poor and hungry and annoyed.
yeah,
And if we hadn't fixed that, this could have happened.
this
right?
could have happened. We also had a more pressing thing when the entire party zone was threatening to rise up because
Yeah.
of noise pollution. And if an entire big sector act like that rise up, it's a pretty big problem. But yeah, they're actually taking a bit of a beating here. I'm seeing our friendly destroyers get, or rather not our friendly
Yeah.
destroyers, but the friendly destroyers of our friends getting blown up. Oh, we have established communication with the unidentified empire. Okay.
Oh, it's the Teshnid Empire.
Yeah, we're having some fun bugs here. This is what happens when you play hot code.
Yeah.
Okay, so it appears that they have, taken down space stations, and they are now putting on a light show for the inhabitants to convince them to return to the party.
Happy times.
I think we're gonna go help them out, because we have, much better strobe lights.
We do, and we have recently gotten some extra money and got a really good smoke machine,
Oh,
which I feel is really important if you got good strobe lights, because it kind of sets the mood.
we just unlocked assist research, which is the thing I talked about last time when you have science ships that aren't doing anything particularly useful. I think we're actually gonna put one of them to use. So, you know what? Mercedes Romero, I mean, she's a star.
Yeah, she's also 99 years young. At
Exactly.
this point.
So, you know, I think it's time for her to get tenure. I mean, she's gone around, she's written her thesis on, you know, weird alien ships and party invites and all that stuff, and it's time for her to get tenure at Blorg University. So we're gonna send her home to assist Blorg with research, which will boost all science output on that planet by quite a chunk, since she's very good at this.
Sixrax wants to know what you can do to defend your spaceports, because as we saw our friends rebels, the spaceport went down pretty quickly, but you can install defensive measures on the spaceports, right? Stuff like that.
Spaceports have defenses by default.
Yeah.
But what you can do is that you can build military platforms in addition to that. And I was actually planning to show that off this time, so screw it, let's do it. I'm gonna go ahead, and we actually have unlocked the big defense stations. I'm not a big fan of the small ones, and you know, it's a big friendly station, so we're gonna call it the Hug Box,
Yep.
and we're gonna put somewhat better weapons on this. I'm thinking 2 medium with plasma throwers, and nuclear missiles large, so it has some long-range guns. And then I will autocomplete. We have lots of excess power, so I will kill this one. And
just building with extra power, I assume. What's the implication there? If you, other than like, if we hadn't put something else in that slot, does it take longer to build if it just has like wasteful stuff?
So power is basically your balance of how much guns and shields you can put in. If you have too much power, it means you're wasting some slots on reactors, and then you spend a bunch of resources for nothing, right? Armor does not use resources. So what I did was remove some generators and put in some armor instead, so that the station is stronger and the overall cost of the station is cheaper, because armor is cheaper than more fusion power, right? So we will save the Hug Box design.
Name it. Angry Wolf Gamer wants to call it Friend Star, but I think Hugbox works.
I also think this is, I don't even really know what's going on with that design. There we go. We'll take our construction ship and we will go home to Blorg, because I feel like if there ever is a party that gets wild enough that we have, you know, Just League ships in our home system, then we need a Hug Box to welcome them with. Alright, I need to build it a bit further away from, too close to another station. So this is a thing where you cannot actually build stations too close together, so that you can't like build a ball of death around your planet. And something I actually should mention with that is the defense station has something called, so the defense station doesn't just have its guns, it also has a model like this, which basically has an aura, which affects the ships around it, and depending on what kind of aura you install, it does a different thing. You have the default one, which is a subspace snare, which is basically an FTL jammer. Any ships that jump into the system, enemy ships, will be drawn to the station and will appear there and will have to fight it. And also the amount of time it takes them to charge their FTL will be higher, so they can't just flee. Hold on. There's others like shield dampeners, there's nanobot clouds, there are minefields, there's lots of ones. And you can actually also install these on bigger ships. So you can have a battleship that prevents the enemy from jumping into hyperspace. And our colony ship is done. So now I actually just have to find that planet which we were supposed to colonize. I'm pretty sure we had one.
Oh, it's further down, below the friend zone. No, I think isn't it? It's. Oh right, no, I'm thinking of the wrong thing. I thought.
I'm sure we had one in the middle of our empire.
Yeah.
When I loaded up to save. Man, did it run away from us?
I don't know. Someone's like, no, we're gonna destroy this, so you can't build here.
Continental World, Thunder World. I don't know what happened to it. It's missing. Wait.
You already colonized this as Gnubel.
Yeah, I don't remember doing that.
No, me neither. Okay, good. Send our colony ship over to Trunt then.
We're gonna shock this up to. Oh, whoa. Okay, so our potential friends here are being attacked by these guys.
Those.
Which means, they saw us being a bit busy and they decided, let's eat the guy between us.
Yeah.
Oh well. Okay, well, the rebellion is over, so
Hooray.
that's good. When did we colonize that?
I don't know.
Okay. Never mind.
I'm very confused.
Yeah, so am I. Okay, now we have a useless colony ship.
Yeah. Well,
It might
Like-
be useful somewhere around here. Let's actually select it. Oh, right, I could just done that. Though. Well, we
yeah.
can-
So if you select the colony ship, basically.
yeah, it
shows
will show you everywhere
yeah.
you can colonize. Oh, wow, look
Wow.
at this system.
Yeah. Go.
This is apparently the big habitable world party.
Yeah. We.
Oh, I think this may be too far away from us to colonize. Damn it. We're just skipping toward it right now.
Yeah. Like it's. So our friends, our possible friends who are at war, can we do anything to assist them if we wanted to? Like, regardless of if they were our friends or not, is there any way for us to influence the outcome of a war between two other parties?
Only by declaring war.
Okay. So
Like, you can't join their war once it's underway.
Yeah.
As you can see, invite to alliance is grayed out. We
Yeah.
could say, no, we want in on this party and go declare war, but...
Yeah.
I mean, we want to be friends, but... Like, we have quite a few right now.
I also feel like since they're being declared war upon, they're like maybe they're not that good friend material.
That's true.
Like, because yes, of course everyone has the potential to be a good friend, but I mean, we at least have managed a cordial relationship with the people in Traxxas Badland.
Of sorts.
Yeah, of sorts.
And apparently, the Trunt system is very hostile to us.
There's a void cloud in it, too, apparently.
Hello, and welcome to the End Bit. If you missed any of the previous Blorg episodes, you can check them out in a playlist over here. If you want to watch something completely different, me and Steven played some Leviathan warships on the Worst stream a few days ago, and at the end we actually do some multiplayer with Adam and Max as well, which was... this is kind of... I guess it's a bit weird to say, but it was surprisingly fun. It's like turn-based warship combat, which kind of worked, actually. So that's the end of that video down there. You should check that out. Last but not least... Actually, no. Second to last but not least. Don't forget to subscribe. Last but not least, we realized during this stream, in fact, that we need more sector names. Currently, we have the Friend Zone and the Party Zone, and give us some good suggestions, and I will highlight them in the next N-Bit session. And hopefully I can then take all of those good suggestions to next week's stream and bring them in. We've asked the same of Twitch chat, so, there's a lot on the line here. Don't make me regret this. Comment below.